Welcome back. Trying something different here. I'm actually using my little DJI here on a mount. Usually I have my iPhone there when I record from here, uh, but I'm trying the DJI, so hopefully it looks okay. I am actually back home. I've been home actually 2 weeks ago today. I got home from my last trip. Had a lot of fun at Neil and Britt's. I didn't do any recording, and I didn't even really take a lot of photos. But I'll put some photos in here. They're not mine. they're from people that were there. That actually got really good photos. It was a lot of fun hanging out with everyone, and really thanks to Neil and Britt for opening their house and letting us all stay and stay in their driveway and everything. And shout out to Nuvo because they actually sponsored it, which was really cool. But anyway, I am actually getting ready to leave. I'm heading to East Texas. I found a really cool, or it looks really cool in the photos, so we'll see how it is when I get there. But a really cool little RV park in Avinger, Texas. I'm probably not saying it right. I mean, it looks like that's how it's spelled, but everything's always pronounced different. But anyway, yeah, in Avinger, now I can't say it, Avinger, Texas. And it's near, I think it's about 20 minutes away from Jefferson. So I'm going to go check out Jefferson, Texas. I've been wanting to do that for a while, actually. That's all in East Texas, by the way. Because Jefferson looks like it has a really quaint little downtown, and they do have a ghost walk. Unfortunately, it's not till Friday, and I'm leaving Thursday because I have a doctor's appointment on Friday. But if everything looks interesting, there's actually a few things that I want to see there, but they're closed. I got to look and see because I think some things are closed Wednesday, some things are closed Tuesday, and some things may be closed both days. So, because today's Monday, by the way. So I'm not leaving at the best time. If I didn't have that appointment on Friday, I would probably stay longer or leave later or whatever so that I could see some of those things. But if it looks interesting, I'll probably make another trip out there. And like I said, the campground looks really cool. Like it's laid out nicely. It's not very big. But the spots aren't just, your typical lined up parking lot kind of campground. So, we'll see. So anyway, I'm getting ready to go, and my little buddy is with me. She's down here. It's been a while since she's been in the van, so I think she's kind of like reintroducing herself. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get going here. And Misty will jump up in her seat. Here, I don't know if you'll be able to see her. She's down here in the footwell. There she is. Misty, you say hi. Huh? Well, I've been here, I guess, about an hour now. I filled my water tank because I didn't fill it before I left the house. So I did that, and then I took a little walk around. They have a building called the Bridge, which is where the laundry room is. There's a shower in there, so just one shower. And it looked like there was 2 washing machines and I think 3 dryers. And a workout room with just a couple of pieces of equipment. And then there's also like a little sauna in there. And it says the sauna at the Bridge is by appointment. So I guess you make an appointment if you want to use the sauna. But very cool, very well maintained. It's just, I like the way that it's laid out. So there's a RV, there's a fifth wheel next to me, there's an Airstream over here on this side, but we have a little bit of space between us, and we're kind of staggered, so we're not just lined up, and there's plenty of room between the sites. The pull-through sites I think are a little bit less private than the back-end sites, so I definitely, and really with vans you don't really need pull-through. Pull-through is just easy. But backing up a van is easy too. So, but like I said, the back end sites have a little more privacy to them. But yeah, this is really, really cute. It's named after, so it's called Avinger Station, and it's named after an old rail station. Sorry, the microphone tends to pull. So So they have an old rail station, and I guess they had it brought over here. I don't think it was originally sitting here, but it was in the town, and so they're in the process of restoring it. And so the outside's done, and they have like a little deck around it with some chairs, but the inside is still just not even sheetrock yet. So be interesting to see what they do with that. I don't know if they're going to do, I thought I saw something, let me see. So it sounds like when they finish it, it's going to have an office, cafe, and a museum. So that's going to be cute. Like I said, it's not a big campground. There's only 15 sites. Well, I call it a campground. It's really an RV park. Well, it is an RV park is what it's called. But anyway, so I will probably pick up tomorrow when I get to Jefferson and just kind of walk around there. I'm actually going to look and see what's going to be open tomorrow. So before I say good night until tomorrow, I have to have a inventory Misty cam since she wasn't in my last video. So there's Misty giving you the stare. This is what she does. She stares. And by the way, she's being stubborn and not eating her dinner. I'm trying to get her on wet food, and she's been doing really well. And I just put out her dinner, and now she wants to protest. So there she is. Well, it was a nice night last night. You could hear the crickets outside. The air is nice and still, although it's supposed to get windy. And today is overcast. I think it's supposed to rain today. So, and then tomorrow is supposed to be really windy and I think cold. I think it's only going to get up to, did I see 59 degrees, something like that. So today's a good day to go over to Jefferson because it's not like it's not raining now, and I don't think it has rained yet. So I don't know. I kind of think it'll be an off and on kind of rain. Right now I'm just finishing up my coffee before I get ready to head out and get the van into travel mode so things don't go flying. There's actually like a interesting, or it looks interesting, a little coffee shop there I want to go check out. They have some interesting lattes. There's one I want to try, and I think I might just have lunch there. And then I was trying to think what else I want to do there, because a few of the, like I said yesterday, the few of the places are closed during the week, like they're only open on weekends. But I'm just going to kind of walk around. I did say that there's a nail salon, so I might get a pedicure. I'm kind of thinking about doing that. But I'm just going to roam around and see what the town looks like, because I've never been there before. It'll probably be a place I want to come back to, at least to check out some of those places that are closed during the week. There's a Gone with the Wind museum, but I think it doesn't open till Thursday. Then they have a ghost walk, but that's only on Fridays. And then what else was there? I think there was another museum. It's also not open till Friday. So I'm just going to wander around and, kind of get a handle on what's there and what I want to see, and maybe come back another time because, this is a great little campground, so I would love to come back here. So, or RV park, I should say. But anyway, yeah. So I'm just going to finish up my coffee here and get ready to head out. Yeah, Misty's laying on the bed back there. I don't know if you can. I don't think you can. So here, let me move this. Yeah, you see she's back there. much spent most of the day yesterday in Jefferson. It was a little bit overcast and drizzly. It didn't get really any heavy downpours. There might have, I think there was like right about as I was coming home, there was a little bit of rain, but most of it was just kind of drizzly and overcast. So it kind of gave it a nice fall feeling, which was nice because it's just felt like summer up until now. So that was nice. And there was a lot of Halloween decorations up. There's an old, well, there's a couple of old hotels. One of them was the Jefferson Hotel. I don't know if that one's, I got to look that up because I don't know that it's actually still a hotel. I'm not sure what it is now, but they had like a lot of Halloween decorations up. But they actually weren't open. That's what I mean. I don't think it's operating as a hotel, but I could be wrong. So I need to look that up. But a lot of things were closed, so I do want to come back probably on a weekend when everything would be open, so I can see more of the different things like the museums and things like that. I stopped at my first stop actually was called the Hive, is the coffee place I stopped at. Really adorable. And really good coffee. The one I had was really good. It was a brown butter honey latte, which was really, really good. And of course, it's only served hot. You can't get it iced. But really, really good. And I had a little ham sandwich they had there. So that was a nice stop. When I first got there, there wasn't anybody in there, and then people started coming in. So I filmed a little bit of it. Once people started coming in, I didn't want to keep filming, but yeah, really cute. Definitely want to go back there. In fact, I'm thinking I may go back there for coffee tomorrow before I head out, because it was just so good. And then after that, I did go get a pedicure, which actually took a little bit longer than I expected. I actually used gel polish, which I won't go into too much of that because it's kind of boring, but I use that because it doesn't chip off, or I have them do that. And anyway, I guess the color that I picked wasn't curing properly, so they had to redo, I had to pick a different color and they had to redo it. So felt like I was in there forever. And the whole time I was in there, I was the only one in there. So it was pretty quiet. It was kind of a neat little place. Because I was the only one in there, there wasn't any music playing. It was very quiet. So I felt like it would have been really, I don't know, obnoxious if I was filming, so I didn't film anything in there, but it was a neat little place, kind of like an old downtown building with the exposed brick, but really a nice little downtown area. And then I went to another place that was open, was I think it's called the Jefferson General Store. I went in there, and that was really, really cute too, and it was actually bigger than I thought. Like, when you kind of walk in the back, you find, there's another room and then another room off of that. So it was pretty big. They had a lot of stuff in there. I did get some peach butter and what was it? Pair of flip-flops. Oh, and then I got this t-shirt from the Hive, the coffee place. But yeah, it's really, really a quaint town. Now today it's sunny out, but it's like in the 50s, but really windy. In fact, I guess there's a wind advisory. It doesn't feel as bad because, you can hear the wind because of the trees, but I think because of the trees, it's not as gusty as it would be like at home. It would definitely feel much more gusty just because there's nothing blocking the wind, because there's definitely more trees out here in East Texas. But yeah, this was a nice little trip, so I definitely want to come back here and to spend some more time. It is really nice seeing trees after being in the desert for so long, or felt like so long. So I'm just kind of hanging out here, probably do some editing and just kind of enjoying the scenery. I didn't take I put my front screen back up last night, obviously, and I got it just right where everything's covered perfectly, so I didn't take it down because sometimes you get gaps, and I was like, wow, I got it up there without any gaps, so I didn't want to mess it up. But I did take my side window covers off, so at least I can kind of look around a little bit. Let me just show you my view out the window. So that's the view out the window. I think there's a little bit of a reflection from the other window, but you can see now that there's my next door neighbor there in the Airstream, but you can see how we're just not like right on top of each other. Because a typical campground where that tree is right there behind the water, that's where the next RV would usually be. So this is really nice. And then this is the view from the other side. Let me move my screen. So you can see that's my other neighbor. And they kind of sit back. And there's my little table. And then let's aim it out here. You could see, yeah, there's the other campers. And like I said the other day, those are pull-through sites. So definitely the back-end sites I think are nicer, as you get the trees and a little more secluded. Yeah, there's the front. So yeah, so I'm just going to hang out here and enjoy it, and probably walk over to the restaurant that's right next door. Probably going to walk over there for dinner. So